little closer.
Okay. My name is Monica Drake. I'm a planning grants and asset management manager, and I'm representing Port Control today because Bryant and Dennis were both unavailable. And board, I would like to.
You have two resolutions, so
Yes.
tell us about your resolution.
Yes, thank you. So we have two resolutions. The first is approving various subcontractors to Anthony Allega Cement Contractor Inc. under city contract number PI 2025-0053 for public improvement of the Taxway Victor extension. And then the second is approving requirement contract to Fabrizi Trucking and Paving Company Inc. for labor materials for constructing, repairing, maintaining, removing, replacing, disposing, and installing concrete surfaces and structures for 1 year with 3-year renewal options, and approving various subcontractors in the amount of $11,384,194.
With respect to the first resolution, what is Taxiway Victor?
Taxiway Victor is an FAA funded project that is on the west side of the airfield. It is to bring an extension for being able to support hangar development.
Okay, and that resolution, we're simply approving the subcontractors. There's no change in the money.
Correct.
Right? Okay.
That is correct.
Okay. And then I don't have any questions on your second resolution. Are there any other questions for Port Control? There being no further questions, Mr. Secretary, could you please call the roll?
All in favor of adoption of the resolution, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Adopted.
Capital projects, could you please speak to your resolution?
Yes, we are requesting authorization for first modification to city contract number CT 0103 PS 2025-248 with Burgess and Nyepel for engineering services for the North Coast Connector project, increasing compensation to $622,628 and approving Lahone and Associates as sub-consultant. Lahone and Associates are currently the sub-consultants for this project already, so we'll just be retaining them for this additional work.
I see. And is there a reason, do you have a reason for requesting the additional increase in the authority?
Yes, so we wanted to move forward the demolition of the pedestrian bridge. So that was one part of this, as well as we began to develop the project and have further discussions with FHWA, they requested additional environmental assessment work.
And so this is the North Coast Connector.
Yes.
Which pedestrian bridge?
The Browns.
The Browns, the one that's.
We'll be removing that as a part of this project.
Okay, that's one that's been closed for a few years, right?
Yes.
But finally removing. Okay. Are there any questions with respect to capital projects? There being no further questions, Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
All in favor of adoption of the resolution, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Adopted.
Community development, could you please speak to your resolution?
Thank you. So we are entering into a contract with Granite Company to perform what they call decent, safe, and sanitary inspections for any project that uses HUD home dollars. There are about 400 of them in the queue, so it's beyond the capacity of our current staff.
Can I ask you, what do they inspect?
It's a pretty low level inspection, but it just ensures that work that was contracted is completed and that there aren't any other outstanding glaring code violations like electrical, that kind of thing.
And Granite Company was selected from a list of firms determined after a full and complete canvass by the Director of Community. Is that different than a full RFP? Tell me, how did that work?
I don't believe it's different from that. We did issue an RFP.
You did issue an RFP.
Yes.
Okay, great. Are there any questions for Director Miller Tate? There being no further questions, the Secretary can please call the roll.
All in favor of adoption of the resolution, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Adopted.
Is there any other business to come before the Board of Control today? There being no further